Ready to go? Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Father James. Today I'm drinking from my Divine Renovation travel mug for two reasons, but before I tell you what those are, let me take a sip. First reason is that, well, I'm traveling, walking around. And the second is that, speaking of renovation, a word which means to make new again, you see behind me that there's a renovation happening in this building. Actually, there isn't really, it just looks like a renovation. We're prepping this building to be taken down and turned into a parking lot, which will be happening soon. But it's a reminder, it's a symbol that in parish life, you've got to not just work in the parish, you've got to work on the parish. And that's true with our physical assets, as we've been doing over the last number of years. But it's also true with our people, the personnel that we have, with the spiritual assets in a sense. Our mission as a church is not to maintain buildings. I mean, that's not unimportant. Our mission is to make, inform, equip, and send disciples to transform the world. That's what our parish is meant to be, a kind of a factory, but that happens where people encounter Jesus, come into relationship with him, grow, become his disciples, grow as his disciples, and are formed. And we want to do that with every one of our parishioners, with the adults. We start with Alpha, and we get small groups. We want to do this with our children, with our youth, with our teenagers, with our families, every part of our parish. And as a parish develops and grows, things change. Our resources, our ability to have particular structures change, just like you can have in the physical reality. And I'm talking to you about this today because I want to let you know about some upcoming changes with regard to parish staffing that really will have an impact. The impact certainly for our focus will be in the year to come, but they also are a reflection on the kind of resources that we have, and that's a ever-changing reality as well. And so many of you will already know that Dave Riel, who has served our parish for the last 3 years, I believe, 3 years as family ministries person and youth ministry and a whole bunch of other things, because Dave is all over the place and doing all kinds of things that we're because of our need to restructure, because of limited changed resources. As we go forward, Dave is no longer going to be with us on staff. Now, we made that announcement a couple of weeks ago. We're working with Dave still. He's going to be around for another 3 weeks, and we will be having a chance to celebrate his ministry with us. What's happening in place of that? Well, we were having, I need to cut back and downsize our staff, but the other part of the news is that we found out that we had a priest available to us, a full-time priest, and we had a chance to kind of speak to him, meet him online, and we had a very short window to say yes to that, and so we have said yes to Father Gregory Nduka. I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name correctly. I hope I am. If I'm not, Father Gregory, please forgive me. Here he is. Here's a picture of Father Gregory. He is currently in Rome finishing his license degree, which is kind of like it's kind of like what you do after a master's degree in systematic theology. So he's studying hard, and he asked his bishop to spend a few years in the missions. So he was in touch with our diocese. He's going to be coming here to our diocese here, and is going to be not doing an internship as have the priests over the last couple of years. The other priest. And he's going to be here with us as an associate pastor. So that means he'll be doing priestly ministry, and like Father Dominic and Father Ronald's, but he's also going to have to take on ministry roles, oversight of ministry. And so, because it's a full-time position. And so he's going to be joining us end of July, either the end of the third week, around the fourth week of July. And at that time, Father Ronald's is going to be finishing up as well. So it's kind of neat how it's kind of lining up. So that has impact, and as a result, the family ministry position is moving to a half-time position. So our new family ministries director, I think that's the name of the position, is Teresa Manderson. Now, here's a picture of Teresa. Many of you who go to the 9 o'clock Mass will recognize Teresa. She is a mother of several young children. So she has a real passion and interest to see faith development of children and of families. And she is a former CCO missionary, that's Catholic Christian Outreach, who did evangelization work in universities. And she worked at the head office in human resources. So she's got a lot of experience in ministry and a real passion for families. And so what will her responsibilities be? Basically, family faith formation, prep for First Reconciliation and First Communion, preparation for baptism, anything that involves working with families. She's going to be doing that. And one of the other things she's going to be doing is putting on a summer camp for kids. And we're going to say more about that next week. So that's Teresa. Teresa's already started, and there is an overlap between her and David as she gets to know the position. The other responsibility Dave had was for youth ministry, and Jim's our director of evangelization, or rather our coordinator of evangelization in small groups, is going to be taking on kind of direction of that as well. But we're going to really be trying to rely on a lot of the youth leaders, because we simply don't have the depth or the resources to field the kind of staffing team as we had before. Now that we've got things moving a little bit, we've got to really rely on raising up parishioner leaders to take on these ministries. We can't have staff members leading all of this. So those are the main changes that are coming up. Really by the end of June, end of July, we're going to experience those changes. So please pray for Dave as he makes this transition, for Dave and Sharon. And we will, as I said, have a chance to celebrate his ministry. Please pray for Father Gregory, for his safe arrival, for Teresa as she starts up, and for Jim's as well as he takes on some more responsibility. So that's it. Those are some of the renovations that we're making in the parish staff into the life of the parish. And please pray for them. And I look forward to seeing everything that comes from their ministry. God bless. Take care.